Happy November, y'all. So I did get my tree finally. Spoiler alert, got it from a liquidator. It has this salvage sticker that says reverse logistics, whatever that means. I'm just thinking it's stock that didn't move and not like someone dug it up a dumpster that it has salvage. This is the Wondershop from Target. It is a 7.5 Alberta spruce unlit tree, 904 tips, 7.5 feet, 47 inches wide. Okay, and you saw it's listed for $100, I guess, retail price. This is still currently the retail price when you search the tree on Target. Also, somehow the lit tree is the same. I don't know how that works, but okay, Target go off, I guess. But I got it marked down at $50. So the question is this in good shape? What's the deal here? Was it in good shape? So I take all the parts out of the box. I don't find instructions initially. Here's the base wrapped up nice and new looking. Okay, here's what, because of the weird thing on the bottom, looks to my, it's the bottommost part. It's also somewhat, wide, tall, whatever. We have a part that says 2 on this second part, and I go back to the first part, and eventually I do find a 1 sticker. So I'm like, okay, would 1 go on the bottom? That seems not super intuitive, but okay, we're just gonna figure it out because again, I don't think I have instruction at this point. This top portion was clearly the top portion, just based off size alone, doesn't have a sticker. Okay, not super needed because it's very obvious it's the top portion, but we're just gonna go with it, right? But so far everything's looking good. I've got what seem to be all the parts that I need. Okay. This is also what the branches are giving. So the spine of the branches have this brown look to them, whether that is just wire that's really wrapped in something else. But also they're somewhat pliable, but also kind of durable. I don't know how to explain it. So it's firm and full, but not firm. But not firm is the answer. But it looks nice. It looks nice. So actually, this stand is kind of ingenious. I thought this was going to be the standard metal stand with the two overlap that you just tighten together. No, I love this design. Each of the 4 portions has got this little round flap that fits when you line all them on the center metal portion, and you have to push the round portion over it. So here I'm showing you how it goes. Like I said, I'm like, oh, portion 1 goes on the bottom. But then I saw that weird end portion, and it's like, oh, it doesn't fit. I must be wrong. Portion 2 must be the one that goes on the bottom. I check portion 2. I see this little cap thing on the top of portion 2 that looks like it's a connection for portion 2 and portion 1, portion 2 being on the bottom in this hypothetical. I'm like, oh, portion 2 must go on the bottom. Eventually I realize I'm wrong. In fact, portion 1 has a cap that needs to come off. FYI, friends, FYI. And so here you briefly see me put portion 2 on the bottom. You see I realized my mistake when portion 1 does not fit over portion 2 and it's not looking correct. I figure it all out. We're back on track. And so with this last portion atop the whole tree is completed, I'm taken aback. The tree is wonderful. Look how wide it is. I'm loving the size. I'm loving it when it's space. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. So these are 8-foot ceilings. One. I was like, oh my gosh, what's a 7-foot, half foot ceiling truly gonna look like? It looks perfectly fine. In fact, I feel like it makes sense. Because it's tall, I feel like it maybe makes it feel larger, right? I'm not gonna fluff everything out. I just fluffed off like a couple branches here, this section. This is not its intended final place, final resting place, if we will say. That's in a different room. I just wanted to fluff it out here, you know, because I wanted to see what it looked like. The one thing I will say about it is, again, initially, because not everything is fluffed, I'm sure everything is fluffed, it looks a lot thicker. I mean, I thought that I can kind of see like a section on the video here. I think everything's fluffed to look a lot thicker, but so far it's looking a bit like sparse. On the one hand, I think that might be fine, because I plan to kind of go ornament type heavy, right? Right, and then I also had wanted a fur this whole season that I've been looking, and lo and behold, I did not get a fur. It's very pine, but I like the way this is made. It's not too shiny. This is, the stems look, you know, realistic. I like that. And so we're back with the voiceover. I had gotten some foliage the same day I bought the tree. I had gotten 3 stems from Joann's, 3 magnolia stems. They had the floral 60% off, so they came down to about 2 something a pop. I also got these entire green stems. I think they were marked. I remember them being marked as fern. Clearly not a fern in my book, but okay. And the idea was, okay, we'll fluff it up. And, you know, also magnolias, even though the fact that the brown doesn't at all work into my color scheme, magnolias being a winter foliage type tree, you know, I'm like, okay, magnolias. And it's hard to imagine the look with this not fluffed, but we're gonna try. I'm trying to hook it. I'm trying to stuff it vertically. We're trying. Girl, what are we doing here? What's happening? Okay. So now what's going on here? I don't know if I'm feeling the downward motion. So no, the whole entire tree is not fluffed out. All the branches are not filled out, so we're not seeing maximum fullness. But I still didn't really vibe with the magnolia picks immediately. I think it's the brown red coloring of the back of the leaves that was throwing me off, because brown reds are not in my color scheme for this tree this year. So I don't know. I definitely like these fern stems. They're easier to manipulate from the Dollar Tree. But I'm excited and hopeful. I don't know. What am I doing? Anyway, now let me put this away. So at this point, I'm definitely wanting more of the solid green floral picks from Dollar Tree. But my final thoughts as far as a tree, for $50, a steal, because no real complaints. The price was right. The height was right. I wanted it unlit. Great, great, great. It is a bit wobbly at the base, but not too much. I don't feel like I can secure somehow. Yeah, I think I have to get more of those, one of those fern stems. They definitely add the look of foliage I'm looking for. And so here's a close-up of the tree with the Dollar Tree floral picks. Green is a pillar color of my scheme this year. I feel like I've said it here and there. I think I might even have a video explaining what my thought process was. But I don't want to spell it out again in case you haven't seen the video. Anyway, you really see how the solid green just says richness, just says depth against the green of the tree. We don't have green and brown and red tones like we would with the magnolia. That completely doesn't fit with my theme this year anyway. That's cool. Magnolias, you know, being a winter standout, you know, with their lovely foliage, winter, spring. They'll work maybe for Thanksgiving decor. Look at this. Look at how well this is made for the Dollar Tree. I like these. They're very tall, so if I see them, I will be getting some. Yes. And when I say some, I mean maybe like 6 to 9 more. Anyway, this is me defluffing the fluffed branches. And it's relatively easy to do, which is why I feel extra much that this is a newer tree that was just didn't sell. So. And then one last thing to note, the branches are all hinged. That's something I wanted. Something I love. Makes for easy storage. So. We're in this for a while, friend. Me and the tree. Me and you. And so actually I did find the instructions. So I guess I'll be looking at that better. And it comes with some type of screw. It comes with some type of screw. I assume it's to secure the base. But anyway, it was on the underflap of one of the side portions. Okay. It was found though, and it was included, so mark that off my review. Anyway, thanks for watching.